All right, good afternoon. Welcome to Mindful Monday. I'm Lauren Inman with Exceeds Expectations. I'm the Director of Programs and Community Relations, and today we have Jeannine Midgett with Welcome Wellness Center.
Hi.
So we're here to discuss energizing your life with Welcome Wellness. So Jeannine, if you don't mind, just telling me a little bit about the Welcome Wellness Center and what it is that you do.
Absolutely, absolutely. So thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so excited to share the work that we do at Welcome Wellness. So Welcome Wellness is a community health, education, and resource center. So health is one of those things in wellness. Wellness means different things to different people. So if you are a person who is in your middle ages and you've got a body that's working perfectly for you, wellness is being able to have multiple workouts a week and your choice of, food that you're eating for your nutritional needs. For other individuals that may be a little bit older or they might be younger, they may have life limiting situations going on with their body. So wellness for them may be something as simple as being able just to get in the car and go for a ride. I didn't even mention driving. So if we look at the whole what wellness means to people, our goal is to make sure people understand what is appropriate wellness for you. So we offer health screenings because we want people to understand what are your numbers? What are those numbers that are important for you to maintain your best health? So we offer free health screenings. We have 11 fitness classes a week because you've had a health screening and you've identified that you need to be a little bit more active in your life. Then we have 11 fitness classes where you can come and have a fitness class. And again, this is all at no cost. So we're removing that barrier. Then we also offer a lot of health literacy classes because if you've had a health screening and you have a whole bunch of numbers and you have a nurse that's telling you a lot of information, we want to be sure that you really do understand all of this information that a clinician, a doctor, or a nurse that your partners in your care are giving you so you can get to your best health. So we are in that lane of how do we support you with a healthier lifestyle and make it so that it's attainable by removing any barrier of what the cost might be.
Yes, no, I love what you do so much. So our team recently visited the Welcome Wellness Center. We got to meet Jeannine in person, and we attended one of their yoga classes, and it was an amazing experience. I left feeling so calm and to be surrounded by so many other people that were experiencing that same thing. And you can tell that they were really enjoying and appreciative of what you had to offer. So, can you just tell me a little bit more about your programming outside of yoga? Because I know you
Absolutely.
offer a lot of amazing things.
Oh, well, thank you. And thank you and your team for coming out to take the class. We offer, again, 11 fitness classes a week, and we alternate between yoga classes, and we also have a strength, stretch and strength class, which really helps develop your muscle, make sure that you aren't losing any muscle mass. The yoga is just such a unique class and experience that people have when they come out because it's the time where you really just turn the world off. You just get yourself very grounded and very centered, and you're doing things like deep breathing. And often we just move around. We get in our bodies. If you imagine waking up in the morning and you're inside your body and you just are moving this body around, and we're not always noticing the signals that our body is sending us when we're overly tired or when we're stressed or when we're anxious. And all these signals are coming up through our body. So we really need to take some time and make sure that you are getting yourself grounded, that you give yourself permission to check out. And I love that you have the Mindful Monday because we are all so busy in our lives and we're all so challenged with deadlines and being able to do the absolute best that you can do 100% of the time. And that's really not realistic. We all are facing challenges. Everyone is fighting some battle that we know nothing about. And one of the most important things that we need to be doing for ourselves is to have that self-care. Self-care being able to take the time to just disconnect from everything around you and to take the time to just get into your body and just with the deep breathing. So before starting, I asked Lauren if we could just take a couple of minutes. I want to take us through a little bit of a mindfulness exercise and talk a little bit about what mindfulness is. So mindfulness, there isn't any mystery around mindfulness. Mindfulness is just being aware of this present moment, not thinking about, oh, I've got 5 minutes. A couple of minutes ago, I was talking about the deadlines that we're all on. So, mindfulness is giving yourself permission not to think about what is going to be happening in the next few minutes, in the next 6 hours, in the next 6 days, to really just check yourself and get yourself really oriented with this moment. So, this little exercise we're going to do on mindfulness, it's going to take us just a couple of moments. So, I'm going to invite everyone who's listening, and whenever you have the opportunity to listen, if you're comfortable doing this, I'm going to ask you if you'll just close your eyes and get yourself really comfortable in whatever you're sitting in. If you're sitting in a chair, if you're on a sofa, wherever you might be, if you just get yourself in the most comfortable position that you can be in, if it's comfortable that you close your eyes, close your eyes. But what I'd like you to do more than anything else is just get yourself still for just a couple of moments. Just take a couple of moments and take in 3 full deep breaths at whatever speed is comfortable for you. And as you're breathing, notice, how does the air feel as you're inhaling? How does the air feel through your nostrils? And as you're exhaling, what's the sensation as you're exhaling? Again, take those good 3 deep breaths and then find that breath pace that's comfortable for you. Just breathing and just noticing the sensation of your breath again, how it feels as you breathe in. Does it feel like the air is cool? Is the air warm? And as you exhale, just that sensation of really exhaling all of the air out of your lungs. And just continue to breathe at a pace that's comfortable for you. And just notice your feet. Draw your attention to your feet. And just notice how it feels, that the support under your feet, if it's the floor, just notice that your feet are resting on the surface, being aware of any area in your feet that feels uncomfortable to you and not paying too much attention to anything other than just being aware. Bring that awareness now to your ankles. And just think a little bit about your ankles and just the mechanics of how your ankles support your legs and your feet, just noticing. And again, you're just breathing in and relaxing as we go up through. I'm going to ask you to just think about your legs and your knees, just noticing, how do your legs feel right now? If there's any tension going up your legs to your knees and your thighs. And again, if you can, consciously release any tension that you feel from your feet to your ankles, to your legs, to your thighs, moving up, and just think about how you are grounded as you're sitting and the sensation of how it feels as you're sitting and how your thighs are supported. Roll up to your waist and just notice as you're inhaling and exhaling the motion in your diaphragm as you're breathing in and you're breathing out. And just move that awareness up to your chest. Again, noticing any sensation that you feel, any tightness that you feel in your chest. Not tightness in a way that's concerning, but just that you're noticing. How are you sitting and seated in your body? And take your awareness out to your fingers, your fingertips. And if you will, just rub your fingers together and just notice the sensation of how it feels, to the sensation of your thumb running over your index finger, your middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. And bring that sensation up to your palms, the awareness and noticing how your palms feel in your wrist. Move your awareness up to your elbows and your arms and your shoulders. Just notice how your shoulders are resting. Do you find that your shoulders and you're carrying tension and your shoulders are up by your ears? Or you just notice that you're relaxed and your shoulders are just resting comfortably. In that awareness, I'd like you to think about your neck and just how your neck turns, the head swivels around in so many different angles and access, but just the awareness of how your neck is feeling. Again, any tension or stress you may not be aware of, bring your awareness to your jaw. And if you will, just open your mouth and close your mouth a few times, releasing any tension you may be feeling in your jaws. Just bring your awareness to your temples and your eyes, any tension that you might be holding. Release any tension that you feel within your forehead and your scalp. And allow yourself to be just aware of your entire body. If there's a thought that comes through your mind through this exercise, just let it blow through your mind. There isn't any reason to try to get yourself to think about something different. Just notice it and let it pass through. Bring your awareness back to your seated, restful position. Bring your awareness back to your breathing. Take in another good 3 deep breaths. As you're breathing in, just for yourself, notice if there's any change in the breathing from when we first started to as we bring this to a close. Another good deep breath in. And take one more final deep breath in. As you exhale the air out, just push your shoulders down lower. Release any tension that you might have. Bring yourself back to an awareness of this moment. Just rub your fingers together, open your eyes, be aware. So that little vacation, little mini vacation that you have is mindfulness. And mindfulness is something that you can do this at any time, just relaxing with your breath. You don't need special equipment for it. And as you think about mindfulness, we went through just a quick little mindfulness in a minute here, but carry this mindfulness forward with think about mindfulness in your eating habits. Are you aware of the way you eat? Are you tasting and savoring the food? Or is it, I need to just get this down in the car because I've got a couple of minutes to eat before the next meeting? Just be aware and give yourself the permission to enjoy a meal in a mindful manner. And it's the same with other activities. Whatever your workout is, if your workout is taking the stairs back and forth in your home or in your workplace, or you're able to go for a jog or a run or whatever your workout is, mindfully approach that so that you are aware of what is your body telling you as you're going through the exercise of your workout. So that's mindfulness. We all get busy being busy, and you want to be sure that you are a human being and not just a human that's doing lots of things. Get back to your presence of being present for yourself and your family and your loved ones. So I hope that was a great little vacation for you there, Lauren.
Yes, it was. I will say, if you are someone who just did that exercise with us and you felt that sense of comfort, for me, it feels almost like a warm hug and kind of a
Yes,
settling rest. I want you to know this is the same feeling I received when I entered the Welcome Wellness Center. So
that,
just know that if you enjoyed that and you want to experience more of it, I highly recommend going and visiting and meeting Jeannine and getting to experience one of their classes. Because I feel like this is how it felt the entire time, just at ease.
that's our goal. Our goal at the Wellness Center is to get people to just come in, leave the world behind, and get what you need. And that could be just information about a condition. It could be attending a class that we have. It could be getting a health screening.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you need, we want to be viewed as that resource. Now, we have learned the program is 11 years old, and we've recently gone through a transition from being an established program that was funded by a major corporation to being
Mm-hmm.
a new nonprofit. And we have learned over the years we can't be all things to all people. The work that we do is in this lane of wellness, but we have learned over the years to develop great relationships and community partners. So when someone does come in the wellness center and they're asking for some help and support in areas that is outside of our scope of work, that we can refer them to our partners. We can refer them to a health clinic to have an acute care visit to establish a relationship with the primary care provider. Or if people are stressing about finances, we now have this great relationship with Exceeds Expectations that we are so excited to be able to offer classes on financial literacy and fitness. And again, that's something when your money is funny, you are not going to feel well. So again,
Yes.
if the Wellness Center exists to support people to find what that wellness is.
Mhm.
Like I said, fitness classes, health literacy. So, another example of a health literacy class, like we would consider a class on physical fitness and making sure that you really have that understanding of money, which we're so excited to be offering that in January. But if you're a person that just comes in and you're presenting with a need that we don't have, we'll be sure that you get connected and we'll follow back up to be sure that we at least have been able to support you in a manner that I shouldn't say this exceeding the expectations because that's a great name, but we hope that we exceed the expectation that we're able really to support people that navigating healthcare is challenging in
Mhm.
so many ways, and our role is to support people and help them navigate to get to their best
Mhm.
self.
No, you're really that bridge
We
that
are.
connects
That's
them to
exactly
the resources, the health resources that they need. But I love that you're implementing those activities weekly,
absolutely, absolutely.
combating that need. Yeah.
Right. And again, it's one of those we have learned what is the area, what is our niche area, because it's as people are coming in, and I'm sure you feel this, and those who may be listening, you want to be able to support people in ways when they've asked for some specific help in an area, even if it is not your area, you'll do everything that you can to get people the help and support that they need. And
Yeah.
it's empowering for us to be able to get people to the information and then support them as they exercise whatever it is that they've learned, that they're
Mhm.
that this isn't just a case where we are enabling people, because if we enable people, then we've lost an opportunity for people to feel that they have a power. So here would be an example of enabling someone. If we have an individual that comes into the wellness center that has said, I'm going to my doctor and I go with my questions and I'm prepared and they don't listen to me. Before I know it, I'm being rushed out of the room. Would you call them and explain all these things that you're supporting me and teaching me to ask all these things I've learned through your classes? And our
Mhm.
response to that would be, we we will sit with you and we can script out the questions that you really want to be sure that your care team, number one, hears you and they're giving you the information. We will arm you with this, but if we make the call for you, then you have not, you don't feel that you have your own voice and you don't feel that you have the power. So our
Mhm.
goal is to have people leave feeling more powerful and have voice to ask the specific questions and get the answers that they seek. The reality is they may not receive the results or the answers that they would like to have, but we're
Mhm.
that resource where after they've asked the questions, after they've gone scripted, and after they feel that they have their voice, that we will follow up and make sure
Mhm.
that, is there another step that we should be pursuing? But more importantly, we're listening to our participants, because in that listening, we know that they have found their voice. And that's
Yeah.
extremely important. People need to be able to find their voice. And when you are challenged in a way that you just don't feel that you even have the energy to formulate a sentence to ask for something or to talk about what's challenging you, that's a hopeless place, and we don't want anyone leaving feeling hopeless.
Mhm. No, we kind of do the same thing where you come alongside them and hold their hand through that
Right.
whole journey, but not enabling them in that way that you just talked about.
Absolutely. And there's a there's a delicate dance, but it's very important to set a very clear boundary of, here's our role and here is how we support you, but you really are the expert in your own life.
Yes.
You are, and that's something that we talk about a lot. So I am a board certified health coach. And in health coaching isn't counseling. Health coaching is perfect for the wellness center because
Mhm.
we're empowering people, we are educating people, we are supporting people, but we also don't want to enable them. So, health coaching, I say often, you are the expert. We're in the car. As a health coach, the only thing I'm doing is handing you the maps, because
Mhm.
you know how to drive the vehicle and you ultimately know what your final destination, where it should be. It's just sometimes we all can get a little mixed up on, should I take this exit ramp? Should I go this direction, or should I just keep straight? Should I put on the brakes? Should I accelerate? So under really supporting people along the way is where we get to some behavior change. And that's ultimately
Mhm.
the end game, getting to behavior change. So people can make those slight changes in their life and start to see some positive results.
No, I love that. I love that analogy too. It's such a good way of explaining it.
You are.
Yeah.
You're the expert in your own life.
Yeah. You're the driver.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And sometimes we drive a little too fast. And sometimes there are things that happen in our lives where we just can't move. We may be
Mm.
sitting in the car, but we can't turn the ignition switch and we can't get things moving. So our role is to support people so people feel comfortable enough to take the steps, and whatever the steps to that wellness may be. Maybe for several months, the the example would be that there's just courage enough that people sit in the car and don't go anywhere. Or the example would be they literally are coming in the wellness center and just asking those same questions over and over again. But that's our lane and that's our role. As you said,
Mm.
we are a bridge. We want to be sure that we're a bridge to getting people to the knowledge that they seek.
Yes. So, Jeannine, you're doing all of these wonderful things with the local wellness center, and you're providing, you're being a guide for the community, in the area of health. So, what is it that the community can do to help you?
Oh, so here's what the community can do to help the Wellness Center. That's a great question. Thank you. So the first thing I'll ask is, we'd love to have visitors out at the Wellness Center. And I'm going to steer you to our website. It's www.herc.com for Welcome Wellness Health Education Resource Center. We invite people to come out, take a class with us. Um, you're on our website. We are a nonprofit, and we are existing with the gracious gifts we've received from donors, but we also would welcome a gift of support. And that gift of support can be, if there's a monetary contribution that you can make, we appreciate that. No gift is too small, no gift is too large, but also we invite individuals to make an investment in yourself. The biggest request I can make of the community is make the investment in yourself. And that by that I mean take the time to listen to your body, take the time to get answers to the questions that you have about things that may be happening that intuitively you feel maybe just aren't right. Get the answers and be a member in your community. We've all gone through this time of isolation with the pandemic, and it's been, I think, very
Mhm.
difficult for people to get back into that community sense where you can have a conversation with those people in the community that you value their opinion. Well, many of those systems have changed now. So I'll encourage people to take advantage of opportunities with technology where you can join a class, join a group through technology. Don't let isolation keep you away from getting to well-being and what that well-being would be. So definitely visit us online. And again, the relationship we have with other organizations like Exceeds Expectations, we are so delighted to offer a class in January. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to try something new. Just get in your life and drive your car.
Yes, and we're able to do what we do because of people like them that are supporters. And I just want
Absolutely.
to take the time to remind everyone that Giving Tuesday is tomorrow. So if you have a nonprofit that's special in your life that you'd like to support, tomorrow is the day to do it. So I think that's our ask. I put your website down below. So if you want to learn more about Jeannine and what she's doing at the Welcome Wellness Center, visit. You can always reach out to Jeannine. Before we close off, we always ask the person that we're meeting with, what's one thing that you'd like the audience to leave with? So one positive message that you just want to.
The message, and it is the season that we're in right now, and that is gratitude and
Mm.
graciousness. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Give yourself a sense of thankfulness for in whatever condition you may be in. We are also imperfectly perfect, but if you'll just give yourself, be grateful for where you are mindfully in this moment. Things could always be worse or different, but right now in this moment, everything is great. So give yourself grace.
I love that. Yes. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And feel free to share, comment. Please visit Welcome Wellness Center. Here's the website again. And thank you for being here, Jeannine. We appreciate
Lauren,
it.
thank you so much. It's been my pleasure.